Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about why you might not like eyeshadow sticks. You might be thinking to yourself, I don't like eyeshadow sticks. They just don't work for me. They're always creasing and look like a big mess and they don't stay on my eyes throughout the day no matter what I do. Maybe you're not using them right. Just something to consider. First of all, eyeshadow sticks are not created equal. There are all different kinds and they have to be used a certain way. If you are somebody that has oily eyelids and your eyeshadow sticks crease on you or they move or they evaporate or they just don't stay in place and you've tried them, you don't like them, I've got the eyeshadow stick for you. You want to look for something that's waterproof. An example of that would be the Wet n Wild Keep Going eyeshadow sticks. These are on the Wet n Wild website, or you can find them at select CVS stores. Some CVS stores have a full display of this waterproof makeup collection that Wet n Wild did, and they have all different kinds of products in the line, and this is one of them. So this type of eyeshadow stick is the type of eyeshadow stick. It's just a twist up, and this is in the shade Mauve. I'll put the name of it in the description box. So this type of eyeshadow stick is going to dry really fast. So if you want to move it around, like if you want to blend it or something like that, you have to do it really fast because it's going to dry quick. Like it's already dry now. So this is not going to move on you and you won't have any problems with it. If you want to use it as a standalone product, then this is the way to go. However, there are another type of eyeshadow stick that are not waterproof, that is probably the kind that you've tried that you didn't like. Well, those can be used effectively too, but you just have to know how to use them. The other type that are not waterproof are meant to be used as a base for other products. They're not a standalone product. An example of what I'm talking about is the Wet n Wild Multi-Stick. I was curious about these and wanted to try them, but didn't feel like placing an order on the Wet n Wild website, and I happened to come across them in a Walmart. Now, they're not in every Walmart. They're only going to be in select Walmarts. And I happened to be in a Walmart that I don't normally shop at, and I saw them, and I was like, oh, wow, there's the Wet n Wild Multi-Sticks. So I bought one just to try, and I got home, and I used it, and I sort of tested it out a number of different ways, and you can't use them by themselves because they're going to be a big creasy mess. They're going to almost evaporate on your eyes, like first it was there and then all of a sudden it wasn't. And but this is great as a base. If you set it with powder, you're not going to have any problems with it. And also, this is not just an eyeshadow. This can be used for however many different ways you can find to use it. You can use it on any part of your face that you would like. You can even use it on your body if you want. This one that I'm waving around here is champagne. The other one is mauve that I showed before. So I have this on underneath some powder eyeshadows today. I put it in the brow bone area, then used a powder eyeshadow. I put it all over the lids and just a little bit into the crease. Put my powder eyeshadows over it, and then, you know, just did my makeup the way I normally would, but this is my base. And as you can see, you know, it looks fairly normal, but that's the way that I like to use these. And another great thing about these is if you have some eyeshadows that are on the dry side and they need a little bit of help, this is a great way to work with them. Do you have any eyeshadows that are very inexpensive and just not very pigmented? This is going to work better than an eyeshadow primer will as far as bringing to life an eyeshadow that is dry, powdery, inexpensive, not the greatest quality. These are going to be a lifesaver. You don't have to spend a lot of money for eyeshadows and get quality ingredients. If you have eyeshadow sticks in a variety of colors, you can use any eyeshadow you want at any price point and it's going to work for you. So I mentioned that this was a multi-stick and could be used a number of ways. So I'm going to demonstrate for you how you're going to enjoy using this with an inexpensive highlighter. This is the LA Colors highlighter palette from Dollar Tree in the shade Candlelight. Now they're very, very pretty colors, but you know, the formula is not the greatest. It's $1 for 3 highlighters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Wet n Wild multi-stick in Champagne and I'm going to put that, I'm going to go right across the area that I want to use it, and then I'm going to blend it with my finger. And then right away I'm going to take a highlighter brush, dip it in the golden colored one, and put it right across where I put that highlighter stick. And it's going to put a little bit more, but it's going to make the highlighter work in such a way that it would not have been able to had I not put a cream product over it. Now, this is visible in real life, but unfortunately, with the light and everything, the bright lights that I'm using for filming, or I should say the bright sunshine that I'm using for filming, because I like to film with natural light, it isn't showing up. And you know what? I should do the other side too, otherwise I'm going to look pretty strange if I go out today. And I don't do the other side. Yeah, you want to try to get it on there as quickly as possible before the stick dries. Yep, it does show up in reality, trust me. But with the lighting and stuff for filming, yeah, it doesn't show up. But that's just another way you can use it. You could put this, like if you were wearing maybe a top that had a lot of exposed skin, you could blend some of this like across your shoulders or use it on the décolleté area or however you wanted to use it. And these kind of sticks will sometimes layer well over other products. They're very inexpensive and just fun to use. It says on the Wet n Wild website that you can use them on your lips. It is not my experience that these kind of products work well on your lips because you're not going to be setting your lips with a powder like you do other products, but to work with in conjunction with powder products, these are great. And so I enjoyed using this so much that I went back to the store and I bought 4 more colors. So I got Nocturnal Behavior, which is the black. I got Nude Culture, which is like a light tan or sort of a beige color. I got Born to Flirt, which is like it's like a, I want to say it's a light copper, but it could even be like a dark peach. I don't know. It's kind of a unique shade. And then I got Chocolate Cheat Day, and I think I wore this in a video. This is a really, really warm tone brown. It almost comes off like a reddish brown when you use this. I think I had that on in the crease in a video, and in retrospect, wasn't really crazy about how it looked with what I put it with, but yeah. So yeah, if you don't like stick eyeshadows, that might be why. If it's not waterproof, it has to be set with a powder. They're not meant to work on their own. The first stick eyeshadow I think I might have ever used was the NYX Jumbo eye pencils, and those don't crease on me, but they do with some people. So, you know, it just depends on your body chemistry a lot of times. If you use something like this and you set it with a powder product and it still creases, try putting an eyeshadow primer underneath the stick to start with, just like you would with any other eyeshadows. So start with your eyeshadow primer, then go with the stick, then with the powder, eyeshadow on top. I know that's a lot of products, but if you use a light hand, it should work. And just in case you're wondering what my all-time favorite stick eyeshadow is, I love the Bite Beauty ones from Sephora. The Sephora near me used to have a display for those, but they've since taken it out, and I think the only way you can get them now is to order them either online, or they might have them at like the full-size Sephora stores. I haven't been to one of those in a long time, so you probably can get those at like a regular Sephora that's not a Sephora inside JCPenney. But that's my all-time favorite one. I don't have any of those anymore in my collection because, you know, they're very expensive, and I tend to focus on drugstore products because I feel like that's what most people can afford to buy. So I'll leave all the high-end products to the rest of the people on YouTube. So thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something about eyeshadow sticks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.